most of the time when the year comes to an end, everyone has resolutions, everyone has goals. Like next year we'll save more, next year we'll work out more, next year I will cut on expenses. Like whichever goal you have, everyone or majority of the people have goals and resolutions that they set. But when the year begins, they practice them on January. And as the time goes by, you find you lose traction, you lose that motivation that you had, and you go back to your old ways and wait again until December. You set other goals, other resolutions, you practice them January, February, they fade, March. By the time we finish the first quarter of the year, you are back to default setting, and then it becomes a cycle. And if this feels like you, then this video is for you, because today I'm going to discuss the reason as to why you need to set systems and not goals. Even though the goal should motivate you to set the system, but what will make you achieve that goal is setting a system. You may be wondering, what is the difference between a goal and a system? I want to lose 5 kgs by the end of 4 months or by the end of the year. That is a goal. A system is I will be going to the gym, or I'll be working out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You see the difference? Another goal is I want to save, or I want to have saved 100,000 Kenyan shillings by the end of the year. What is a system which can help you achieve this goal? It is, you can break it down every month. You say, I will be saving 8,500 shillings every month towards that goal. You see, now you have set a system. So every end of the month, you'll be sending that amount to your savings account. At the end of the year, you'll be able to achieve the 100,000 Kenyan shillings goal that you had set. But if you set a goal and not set a system, you will not achieve, because month 1 you will probably save, because you are motivated in January, you'll save 10,000 Kenyan shillings. February comes, life happens and things start eating up your budget, you start overspending, then you say this month I will save 5,000 Kenyan shillings, then you do that in February. In March you're like, things are too tight this month, so I will not save anything. You jump March. Come to April, you're like, I will save 3,000, and then you jump other 2 months, 3 months, and then at the end of the year you'll have saved maybe 20,000 Kenya shillings, and you'll feel demotivated to even set a higher goal the following year. The problem was not the goal. The problem is you set a goal and you forgot to set a system. But now if you set a system, you say, I want to save 60,000 Kenyan shillings at the end of the year. Every end of the month, I will save 5,000 Kenyan shillings, and then you are consistent with it. By the end of the year, you will have it, because every month you set aside 5,000. No matter what happens, set aside 5,000. In January, February, March, at the end of the year, you will have that 60,000. And once you achieve that goal, then you will be motivated to even set higher goal the following year. You can say, I did 60,000 this year, so next year let me do 100,000 Kenya shillings. Then you set a system of saving 8,500 every month. At the end of the year, you will have saved 100,000 Kenyan shillings. Systems are processes that help you achieve your goal. While goal, they are just, I want to lose 5 kgs at the end of the year, or I want to lose 10 kgs at the end of the year. That's a goal. But if you do not set a system, you say, I will work out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I will change my diet. On Monday, I'll be eating this. On Tuesday, I'll be eating this. On Thursday, like that. You have a routine tied to your goal. Then that system is what will help you achieve your health goals. Why goals fail? It's because the goals are tied to the end goal. Like, I want to save 100,000 Kenyan shillings at the end of the year, but it does not address the actions that you will take to achieve that 100,000 Kenyan shillings. Another thing is goals can create pressure. For instance, if you say, I want to lose 10 kgs at the end of the year, you have already given yourself pressure. Like, you have to lose that amount of kgs at the end of the year. So if you lose 5 kgs, you'll feel you have failed. But if you set a system and say, I will be more active this year, I will eat well, I will work out 3 times in a week, this will be my diet, then that system now will help you achieve your goal. You'll be able to lose. You might even end up losing more than 10 kgs, and you'll be more happier because you have created a system, a routine, and a lifestyle that you are able to maintain even after you lose those 10 kgs. Another problem with goals is the moment you lose, let's say for instance, you lose the 10 kgs and before even the year ends, you have already lost those 10 kgs. What happens next? You go back to your old self, your default way of doing things, because you've already achieved your goal. So there is nothing else that is motivating you towards keeping an active lifestyle. So you go back to your old ways, and then you gain back all that weight and you feel discouraged. But if you set a system, even if you lose those 10 kgs, you'll be able to maintain that lifestyle, and that weight that now you have, you'll be able to maintain it in the long run. That is why a system is important when it comes to achieving and maintaining sustainability of a goal. Another disadvantage of goals is the goals are for future. So when you say you will save 60,000 at the end of the year, that is for the future. And sometimes it feels like December is too far. So in between, you may not do anything or something towards achieving that goal, because you feel like, December is too far, I will be able to save that. Maybe you start procrastinating to say, November we are usually given some bonuses. Yeah, in December we'll be given bonuses. That's what I will use. But you see, that's not the future. And you're more likely not to achieve it, because when that November comes to get that bonus or that discount, you will use it for something else. You'll be like, no, I want to go for vacation. I want to use it for December, because December comes with a lot of spending. You will procrastinate, and at the end of the year, you'll have nothing to show. But a system focuses on your current actions that will help you towards achieving that specific goal you have set. Another example that is not saving related or health related is career goals. You may be like, I want to be employed, or I want a new job at the end of the year, or I'm looking for a new job. That's a goal. But what is a system? A system is, I will be applying for 3 jobs every day through LinkedIn or through other platforms towards that goal. So if you set that system and a routine, so it means that every day you'll be applying for 3 jobs, or every week you'll be applying for 5 jobs. Now that's a system. It will lead you closer to getting a new job. But if you say you want a new job and you do not apply, or you apply this week, next week you do not apply, there is no consistency, then you will not be able to get that job. But if you set a system, you say every Monday and Friday, I'll be spending 2 hours or 4 hours applying for jobs, looking for jobs online and applying for them every week. Then at the end of 6 months or 3 months, depending on how lucky you are, you'll be able to achieve that goal. If you do not apply for new jobs, then you are more likely not to get a new job. Another business example is you want to increase your income. Maybe you want to increase it by 100K. That's a goal. A system is you'll be reaching out or emailing 10 new clients every week, or every other 2 weeks you'll be reaching out new clients, because the more people you tell about what you do, the more you'll have that effect coming back to you, and more clients will be able to buy your products or your services. So you have to do the work of reaching out and having a system. Say, I'll reach out to 10 new businesses every week, and then stick to it, be consistent. By the end of 1 month, 2 months, you'll be able to see results. Maybe you will convert like 2 that will help you add more income for your business, or 3 or 5, or even 1. Sometimes you can even convert 1, but you can see the goal is to have that system. So even if when you convert 1, you will continue with that system and convert another one, continue with that system, convert another lead that you have. How do you build your own systems? You first of all understand what is your goal, what is your outcome. That outcome is what you lock in your mind. And then another thing, the next step is ask yourself, what actions can I do every day or every week towards achieving that goal? Then start doing it. Break it down into small habits, because it is the small daily habits that help you reach your bigger goal. If you are not doing anything every day or every other week, then forget about achieving your main goal, because there is a distance between where you are and where you want to be. So to close that distance is now daily habits. Daily habits, daily goals, daily routines towards achieving your goal. Another thing is match your actions with your schedules, with your routine. Add them in your routine. If you are looking for a side hustle, you are applying online and you have 8 to 5 job, then start the day, say from 5 to 6, you will be applying for jobs before you start preparing yourself to go to work. Or you can say at the evening, you can spend time in your workplace or in a library or somewhere, you say 2 hours to look for a job before you get home. Or if you are close to home, then say when I get home, I will dedicate 2 hours in the evening to apply for a job. So add that routine in your daily plan so that you can be able to do it. Don't just say when I get time during the day I will apply. You will not get time, or when you get time, it will be stolen from the habits of scrolling on social media, entertainment, and meeting your friends, hang out. So you'll procrastinate, so you'll not do it. But if you fix it in your routine, you say every morning before I start preparing to go to work, I will apply for jobs, or at night before I go to sleep, I'll apply for jobs, then that one is a system that is sustainable and you'll be able to achieve your goal. The other thing is track your system, not your goal. Ask yourself, if you had said that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you'll work out, ask yourself if you have worked out. And if you haven't, then find out why you have not worked out. Is it that the days are not convenient for you? If they are not, then change them maybe to Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Another thing is, if you are looking for a new job, then say you'll be applying for 10 jobs every week, and you have said every morning you'll be applying for 2 jobs every day. Then ask yourself, are you honoring the system that you set, that every day you are spending 2 hours to apply for jobs? If you are not, then ask yourself why. Then now improve on that, but not on the goal, because the goal is for the future, while a system is what you need to do now to achieve that goal. So finally is, let your goals inspire you. It is very good to have goals, but don't just have goals for the sake of having them. Always ask yourself, what actions can I take to achieve that goals? And that's where now you create a system around it. You create a system, daily habits and routines towards achieving that goal.